Mike Pendleton here with SureDog.com, and we are just a little over a week away. PFL Chicago. PFL is back in Chicago, which means there's no other person to have on the card than the man joining me. This man is Chicago. This man sells out in Chicago. He performs well in Chicago. I mean, he is appointment viewing, not just in Chicago, all over the world. He's the one and only Raufeon Stots. Raufeon, how are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be, in the building when you get back inside the smart cage. And is this kind of a thing? Are you just asking to get booked in Chicago because you know what you do to that city?
Man, they love me in Chicago, so you know what? I've been booed in Chicago too, though. So I mean, it's all good. I love fighting in Chicago. I feel like that's my home away from home, in the U.S. So yeah, I don't mind it at all.
If they're booing you and you're winning, you're doing something right. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We
Yeah,
know
that's
a little
true.
bit about some of the rivalries and some of the things you went through in Chicago, so
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of hard to boo when you perform the way you have in that
That's
city.
true. They was cheering for me by the end of it, so it's all good.
Exactly, and that's the best part of being inside the cage. At the end of the day, they can't
Yeah,
deny greatness, right? And you've shown that throughout your career. And first and foremost, I know it's been a while since we've seen you. While you were gone, I'm sure you have heard there's a new man in charge. The rankings are out.
yeah, yeah,
We're kind of like right into what I take nothing away from the PFL, but I think it's so fan friendly now. Fans
yeah,
don't we don't want MMA fans doing math, right? We,
yeah,
we just
yeah.
want fighters and rankings. So, what are your thoughts on just how the changes have been made, and how excited are you for those changes?
I'm excited for I'm more excited, than when I first when the first news was first announced. I feel like there's a better direction, or it seems like they're headed toward a direction. It seems like it's it feels like they got more of a plan now. So I like what the new owner is doing. I like their presence online. I have no complaints on kind of where it looks like it's headed right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's been the overall theme and sound from a lot of fighters, whether they've fought for John Martin yet or not. Since you mentioned, I do want to just ask you, even if you haven't fought on a card that he's been at yet, the social media presence,
Yeah,
not just by John, but by fighters responding to John, has all been positive. You have
yeah.
not seen one single negative thing from a fighter currently on the PFL roster. Just seeing the effort he's putting in, do you feel like now the company has the right man in charge?
I think definitely. I think he rubs people the right way, and then he seems like he knows fighting, and he loves fighting. So that's I feel like that's a recipe for success for the owner of this organization. Yeah. Like I said, I got nothing bad to say about him. I haven't really heard anything bad about him, and he seems to love fighting. So that's great.
I just have just a feeling he may be thoroughly happy when he watches you inside the smart cage. And what a challenge you have taking on an undefeated opponent.
Yeah.
Raufeon, we've been doing interviews for a few years now. Do you just accept the toughest challenges? Like, there's never just like an easy, yeah, just I'll fight whoever. You want the
Yeah.
absolute
No,
toughest.
that's what I want. No, bring me the motherfucker that nobody want to fight. Bring me the guy that, is supposed to be, so tough, and we're gonna find out and see, what's gonna happen, I mean, that's my whole career. I've searched out the toughest opponents, and I've never been back down. It's been points where my coach has Duke, the late great Duke. He was like, at one point he was like, "No, we don't want to take this fight or whatever at this stage." And I was like, "No, no, f that, bro. If I can't call myself a fighter if I don't take on, the next, or I can't if I can't take on the toughest task that I can." So that's just been my whole career. That's what I've try to stay true to. And I really don't. They offer me something, and they know I'm gonna say yeah. Like the opponent don't matter, to me. Like, I'm gonna say yeah every freaking time, no matter who.
The way of a fighting champion. And I do have to ask you, because this is the first time we talked since, the unfortunate tragic passing of Duke Rufus. Can you just talk about what he meant to you? Not so much a fighter, because anyone will say great things about a coach, but having been around, yourself throughout a lot of your career so far and having the opportunity to watch you grow along the way, it's not just what you do inside the cage. And I don't want to speak for you, but I think coaches mean a lot to who you become outside the cage as well. So can you kind of just touch on what Duke meant to you as a man and as a person?
Yeah, so Duke was very I felt he was very like pivotal in my growth as a martial artist. But yeah, not only that, not only the stuff like inside of fighting, that's the mindset of like a champion mindset, and the mindset you need to be successful in anything. I feel like Duke was a he was an overachiever in that regard, and it just inspired everybody around him. He inspired everybody around him to be better. Sometimes it was negative reinforcement, sometimes it was positive reinforcement, but the goal remained the same. It's always, we doing whatever is gonna, make us the best. There's no use in us being in this if we're not trying to be the absolute best. And his temperament, his mindset was contagious. Yeah, that's that. I can say a lot of great things about him. He was a great father, great friend to a lot of the people. He's a great human being. And even though, like, he was going through stuff too at the same time of leading us, leading a team. So nobody is perfect, and he never claimed to be perfect. But he was always a man, a man that tried to stay true to his word. And he was a great example of a champion and a good man.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Now, looking at the card on a much lighter note, and all respect to Duke Rufus and that entire team, I'm curious just by the look of the card. I see your opponent, and then I see the main event, and Sergio Pez has an undefeated opponent. Is this like the PFL testing the very best in your division? Going, are we letting these new guys come in, or are you guys still holding
Exactly,
it down?
exactly. We finna hold true. You just gonna let our actions speak louder than our words. Yeah, we get to take people O's, and granted, they're coming in. They probably got a lot of hype behind them. They probably got a lot of skill and just uh, uh, ready to freaking prove themselves. So we gonna hold the line, and let them know you still got a lot of work to do to be somebody like me, or Sergio. The same thing. You got a lot of work to do to be somebody like Sergio. So yeah, it's gonna be fun nights.
Looking at the top 10 in the division, so many fresh names in the MMA world. If you've been around the PFL, you would know a few of them. But even on the PFL side, there's a lot of young talent. So when
Yeah.
you're looking around without looking past your upcoming opponent, how excited are you by going, oh, I could just pick these guys off one by one, because we know you're going to say yes to whoever the call is.
Yeah, no, it's for a fight like me, it's super exciting because I got so many new matchups, so many new possibilities. For me, that just means more fights, more fight opportunities, more people to talk shit to, more people to, rub me the wrong way. So that's super exciting for me. You know what I mean? At this stage of my career, bro, let the chips fall where they may, man. We're trying to figure it out with everybody in there. Yeah, so it's exciting. It's just a lot of opportunity. I see a lot of opportunity.
And that was going to be my next question. Now, because we have a clear map with these rankings, and obviously you're right there, Sergio's right there. I know you guys have fought before. I know the previous relationship there. What is that future if you keep winning? Do you want that? Do you want to run that back? Like, how do you envision, like, hey, give me 2 fights and a title fight, or what is it?
I think I keep winning. I deserve a title fight. Not gonna lie, Sergio is not somebody I want to wrap my head around. But I also, given the last fight, I feel like I won. He felt like he won. The judges ultimately felt like he won. So I don't know. That's a hard one, bro. It's just, Sergio. But I know I know I had more of that fight. It's so hard to wrap my head around hurting Sergio. But for the belt, or for big opportunities, we're fighters. So it's just gonna have to be more violent. I'm just gonna have to have a more violent mindset, if that's the case. I don't even like talking about it, bro. I like the new match. I'm excited for this matchup because it's somebody I don't know. I can really get behind putting knuckles and hurting this guy. That makes me happy.
Well, let me say this. Out of all the years and opportunities I've had to talk to you, the only reason I ask that is because I don't want MMA fans, and I know they don't, right? It's not a Roy Jr. Y'all must have forgot, right? But I just want people to know that you still are championship caliber. You would be fighting for the belt, right? It is a very tough situation because it is Sergio Pettis. Now, I get excited, and I would never want to see Sergio or talk bad about anybody losing the belt. But if there are new opportunities and there's new people for you to punch for the belt, I think
I'm there, bro. Anybody, I'm there. Unfamiliar faces. I'm so excited to fight somebody I don't know, bro. I'm freaking chomping at the bit, bro. I'm so ready. So yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, I owe it to my family and I owe it to myself, to take the best opportunity. So if the best opportunity is that, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm excited to take out some of these new challenges, man. And it's a lot of good names in these top 10 rankings, man. They got some good names. So people I ain't never, some Ireland, people from Ireland, some people from London, some Russians in there. Let me mix it up with some of them,
So this might be a weird question, but I think sometimes I got those. Is it more of the opportunity of a new challenge, or is it more of a let me show you how great I am still, no matter who the challenger is?
Well, that is I feel like the new challenge is more exciting to me right now because I feel like there's been like such. Like it's been like kind of the same cast of people at the top for us for a while, so that's like it's new and it's exciting, but at the same time, I probably am like people probably then forgot how good I am, so that is a bit of a chip on my shoulder. Like, bro, y'all think just because a dude is from Russia he gonna fuck with me? Like y'all forgot who the y'all forgot what the fuck I do? Okay, for sure. Let's remind the people. So that's a close second, but it's exciting too to fight new people,
And I think the one thing I haven't really asked a lot of fighters, but I love the fact that you and I have such a rapport. I know I'm going to get great answers all the time. Is when you have these rankings, there could be people in other promotions that maybe when all this turnover is happening, people have wanted to see departures and all of that. But now with rankings, there could be somebody who feels like they're slept on in their other promotion, and they see a top 10 in the PFL and they go, "Oh, I could be right there." Would you say it's an open invite for anyone to come join the PFL?
Anybody, any and every single body. You think you want some, come get some. If you think you want some with me, come get some. I'm ready and willing. I said that I've been that way my whole career. Yeah, you think you bad? You listen, you are more than welcome. You feel like you slighted, call my name, say my name. I'm like the boogeyman. I'll be there, bro.
I love it. See, that's what I think is really exciting about the future of the PFL. People are going to look at those rankings and go, I could be right there. And then Raufeon Stots is waiting there at the gates going, no, I'm
What's
sorry.
Up, baby? What's up? I'm here. What's up? Come on over.
And
Come on over.
It's a credit to you because so many people had their opinion on what should have happened, over the last couple of years with roster turnovers and where fighters should have been fighting. And I think the narrative has played out for themselves. We've seen what's happened to some who have come and some who have gone. And that's neither here or there, but I think it's all spoken for itself. These stories play out inside the cage. Now, let's get back to Chicago. I know you're going to sell tickets. I know you're going to get cheered. You might get booed because people are still mad about the past. They might be. I'm not going to be.
Yeah.
What should the Windy City expect when you step inside the smart cage on April 11th?
Man, you should expect, I'm excited for my growth. I'm excited to show, just how exciting and how fan friendly my fight style is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm excited to take on a challenger that's never tasted defeat. He's got a lot of confidence. He's young and he's hungry. I'm excited to show them that, hey, man, I'm still here. I'm still championship caliber, and so you can expect a high level fight, but you can expect me to dominate, excite, and finish this fight, in dramatic fashion.
Rafael, before I get you out of here, would it be fair to say you're almost in a sense rejuvenated by the changes the PFL has made because of the new names, because of the new challenges, the opportunities, and a clear roadmap of I'm at the top of the rankings. You're not getting past me, and when the time is right, I'll go fight for the belt.
Yes, sir. No, for sure, for sure. I feel like just like a new sense of rejuvenate is the perfect word, bro. Because I definitely feel that way with this PFL change, with the direction it's heading. It feels like a fresh slate and just tons of opportunity ahead. So I'm super excited about what's going on right now.
Well, I'm going to one up you. I'm super excited because I'll be there inside the
Let's
Wintrust
go!
Arena. It's
Let's
always an
go!
honor to not just talk to you here, but have an opportunity to cover your fights in person. And you've always been really gracious towards me. So I have the utmost respect for you as a fighter and as a person. So thank you as always for making the time. I will see you during fight week and I look forward to it. It almost feels like the PFL is putting on a challenge of a card. No matter the
Let's go.
division, they want to know, are the veterans still at the very
Yep.
top? Raufeon
Let's
Stots, I know
go.
you're going to prove it. So thank you for the time, man. I look forward to seeing you in Chicago.
Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the
Thank you.
time.